everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am super excited to walk you through exactly how to start an LLC in Florida today. You know, I get so many questions about this topic, and I totally understand why. Starting a business can feel overwhelming at first, but trust me, by the end of this video, you will see just how manageable it really is. Now, before we dive into the how-to, let's talk about why Florida might be the perfect state for your LLC. You see, Florida has become incredibly popular for business owners, and honestly, there are some pretty compelling reasons for that. First of all, Florida has this amazing tax situation that business owners absolutely love. So, while you will still need to pay federal taxes, Florida actually has no state income tax. And you know what? That means more money stays in your pocket at the end of the day. I mean, when you compare this to states like California or New York, where state taxes can take a serious bite out of your profits, well, the difference is pretty significant. But that is not all. Florida also offers some really strong asset protection laws. You see, when you form an LLC here, you get this robust legal shield between your personal assets and your business. So basically, if your business ever faces legal troubles or debt issues, your personal stuff, like your house, your car, and your savings account, typically stays protected. And let me tell you, that peace of mind is absolutely priceless. Another huge advantage is Florida's booming economy. I mean, we are talking about the fourth largest economy in the United States here. The state sees millions of tourists every year, has a growing population, and offers countless opportunities across various industries. So whether you are starting a local service business, an online company, or anything in between, you have got this massive, thriving market right at your fingertips. All right, so now that you understand why Florida is such a great choice, let's get into the actual steps of forming your LLC. The very first thing you will need to do is choose a name for your business. And honestly, this is where a lot of people get stuck. First things first, your LLC name needs to be unique within Florida. You cannot use a name that another business is already using or something that would be confusingly similar. Plus, you will need to include either limited liability company, LLC, or LLC at the end of your name. That is actually required by law. Here is a pro tip. Before you get too attached to a name, head over to sunbiz.org. That is Florida's official business registration website. They have this really helpful business name search tool that lets you check if your desired name is available. And trust me, you will want to do this early in the process to avoid any disappointments later on. Now, speaking of important decisions, let's talk about your registered agent. This is actually a crucial step that a lot of new business owners do not fully understand at first. So, what exactly is a registered agent? Well, they are basically your business's official point of contact with the state. They receive all your important legal documents, tax forms, and official correspondence. You have got a few options here. You can be your own registered agent if you live in Florida and are available during regular business hours. However, and this is important, you will need to use your physical address, which becomes public record. That is why I actually recommend using a professional registered agent service like Northwest Registered Agent. You can find a special discount link for them in the description and pinned comment below. Using a professional service gives you privacy, ensures you never miss important documents, and honestly, it is just more professional. Plus, if you ever move or travel frequently, you do not have to worry about updating your address or missing important mail. The easiest way to handle all of this, the name registration, the registered agent, and actually forming your LLC, is to use a reliable LLC formation service. I personally recommend Taylor Brands. They make the whole process super simple and handle everything for you. And yes, I have got a special discount link for them as well in the description and pinned comment below. Now, let's talk about the next crucial step in forming your Florida LLC. Now that we've covered the basics of choosing a name and understanding the role of a registered agent, let's dive into the actual filing process. The next crucial step is filing your Articles of Organization with the Florida Division of Corporations. This is where things get really exciting because this document officially brings your LLC into existence. You can file online through sunbiz.org, which is Florida's official business portal, or submit your paperwork by mail. The filing fee is $125. And honestly, the online method is usually faster and more convenient. Now, if you want to make this process super simple, I highly recommend using Taylor Brands. They'll handle all the paperwork for you, ensuring everything is filed correctly the first time. You can find a special discount link for their services in the description and pinned comment below. So, here's something interesting about Florida. While the state doesn't legally require an operating agreement, you absolutely should have one. Think of it as your LLC's instruction manual. Your operating agreement should outline things like how profits are distributed, who makes important decisions, and what happens if someone wants to leave the business. Even if you're running a single-member LLC, this document helps establish your business as a separate legal entity. Next up, you'll need to get your EIN from the IRS. Think of this as your business's social security number. You'll need it for everything from opening a bank account to hiring employees. The good news is that getting an EIN is completely free through the IRS website, and you'll usually receive it instantly after completing the online application. The whole process typically takes about 15 minutes. Now, depending on your business type and location in Florida, you might need additional licenses or permits. For example, if you're opening a restaurant in Miami, you'll need health permits. If you're starting a construction company in Tampa, you'll need contractor licenses. The best way to handle this is to check with your local county and city offices, as well as the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. And you know what? If you're using Taylor Brands, remember, there's a discount link in the description. They can actually help you identify which permits you might need. Let me share some crucial mistakes I've seen people make when forming their Florida LLC. First, don't skip the operating agreement just because it's not required. That's like driving without insurance. Technically legal, but not very smart. Another common mistake is forgetting to maintain your LLC's good standing. Florida requires you to file an annual report between January 1st and May 1st each year, and the fee is typically $138. Missing this deadline can result in a $400 penalty, so mark your calendar. Also, don't mix personal and business finances. Open a separate business bank account as soon as you get your EIN. Trust me, your accountant will thank you later. Once your LLC is officially formed, there are a few more things you'll want to take care of. First, set up that business bank account I mentioned. Then, consider getting business insurance. General liability insurance is a smart start for most businesses. If you're planning to hire employees, you'll need to register for Florida's unemployment insurance tax and workers' compensation insurance. And don't forget to keep all your LLC's records organized from day one. Starting an LLC in Florida is a fantastic choice for most business owners. And while the process might seem overwhelming at first, it's totally manageable with the right approach. If you want the easiest path forward, I really recommend using Taylor Brands. And yes, there's that discount link waiting for you in the description and pinned comment below. They'll handle all the paperwork and make sure everything's done correctly. Remember, taking the time to set up your LLC properly now will save you countless headaches down the road. And if you have any questions about the process, drop them in the comments below. I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching, and here's to your successful Florida LLC.